Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are here to talk. Can you see how excited? I try to be calm. I can't be. I'm super excited about the new Natasha Denona Glam face palettes. Yes, I have picked up both the light, fingerprinted as it is, and dark. Not just because I'm a greedy little piggy, although I am, but also because I just really couldn't decide. The wonderful thing is that the decision is there. So if you are very fair complected or very deep complected, you have those options. I am a light medium. I didn't really know which way to go. It's the Sephora sale. I got them both. This is available in a lot of places. Sold out online on Sephora right away. My local Sephora happened to have it. I'm trying to kind of get the fingerprints off this as I talk to you guys. They are $59 each when not on sale, but there's so many sales going around now. I bet that you can find it. So we're going to look at this today, you guys, at both palettes. I have got so many swatches for you. I hope you don't get bored. I got so many swatches for you. We're going to compare it. We're going to look at it in two different lights, and I'm going to compare it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 different palettes. I'm rolling up my sweater sleeves because we do have a lot of work to do here. Plus, I'm going to do a demo of both palettes to music, as I like to do, and we're going to discuss it, and I'm going to let you know my thoughts. They're really good, though. This is a really fun, good release from Natasha Denona. I'm excited. Okay, so let's get started. As I said, we have two $59 each palettes in light and dark. Looking at the light one here, we have the little Natasha Denona flap in Patrick Ta palettes. I like to call it the Ta flap. Wonder if I could use that here. We have 5 different eyeshadow shades and a cream blush and a highlighter that, let me tell you, you haven't seen a highlighter till you've seen the highlighter in both of these. You'll see what I mean during the demo. So here it is. I'm going to show you first both in the pan, okay? And I'm going to take up the little flap here. So here is our darker palette that I'm shaking right here, joined by the lighter. Light and dark. Both are the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette, light and dark in the pan. Both have up top that cream blush followed by that electric highlight, and both have 5 different eyeshadow shades. Now this is called the Glam Face Palette. Are there any repeats? No, these are all brand new shades. Might they look similar to some other Natasha Denona palettes? Yeah, so we're going to look at that too. What I want to go to first we're going to do just regular old studio lighting. I want you to look at swatches on my arm. I have put the light, all the shades of the light palette on the left and all the shades of the darker palette to the right. And the order that I go in, you guys, is eyes first, and next to last will always be the cream blush shade and then the highlighter. So let's go to that and look at that there. We have the light palette to the left. The end of the light palette is the cream blush and the highlight, followed by the dark palette just to the right of it, and all the way right is that cream cheek product and the highlight. I don't even think the swatches do it justice. I think the demo actually does it more justice, so make sure you stick around for that. Then what I want to do is I want to go to the, to look at it in sunlight. We don't have a lot of sunlight here. I'm in Southern California. It's a little bit of a dreary day. Kind of nice for a change, but not nice for sunshine swatches. So I tried to do a good kind of bright light swatch. Take a look at this same swatch that you just saw from Studio Lighting. On the left, we have the lighter of the 2 Natasha Denona Glam face palettes, and on the right, the darker. Both sets of swatches end with the cream blush and the highlights. You can take a look at that there. In when it's out of Studio Lighting, the lighting's kind of not as hot, and it's just a little easier to see the shades better and know if it's something you'll want. Now, Natasha Denona has done a lot of these kind of glamorous glam palette. I mean, we do have 2 palettes with the Glam palette and the Mini Glam, and she's done bronzes and tans. So let's take a look. Let's go to look at our Mini Nude and Mini Glam. I could have brought the camel out here too, and I didn't. Here is the Mini Nude, and here is the Mini Glam. Okay, Mini Nude and Mini Glam in right here, and I unfortunately do not have. Where is my secretary? Oh, I'm my secretary. I don't have any more hands. Okay, so, but the Mini Nude and the Mini Glam are going to be in this swatch. Take a look at the swatch. Light palette on the left bottom, dark Glam face palette on the right bottom, and then above it, we have our Mini Nude on the left and Mini Glam on the right. So take a look at that. that will let you know there are some similarities there. Certainly you can see that they are brother and sisters. They are from the same mold. The textures and everything feel exactly the same. We do have some face palettes with some of those cream cheek products coming up, so stay tuned for that. Let's take a look at just the regular old big glam palette, okay? So this is the regular, it's a mess, sorry, I love it, you know, what can I say? Here is, it's well loved, the regular old glam palette. Just here it is in all of its glory. Right there, and I want to show you that now above these two. So we have our light palette on the left bottom, glam face palette dark on there, and then you're going to say, Rebecca, that's not the whole glam palette. I know, I didn't do the pinks and stuff. I just tried to do, I think it was like 11 shades from the glam palette that are darn near close. They're very, very, very close. Now, if I have some more coming up, so stay there, but if you say, oh, that's not close enough, I need it outside, I need it upside down, I need it with a kangaroo. I don't have a kangaroo, but I will try my darn best. You can always request different types of lighting, swatches. You can ask me to put 2 shades right next to each other, and I can do that all over on Instagram for you. And I'm pretty quick at turning it around. I'm just one of these people where when it's on my plate, I like to do it so that I don't forget. So I'm pretty quick. If that wasn't enough for you with the glam palette, you let me know, princesses. Let's talk about the Natasha Denona bronze palette. Do you guys remember this one? There are a lot of similarities in this warm palette here. This is the bronze in its entirety. And now we are going to go to a swatch of the bronze above the light and dark glam palette. And once again, light on the left bottom, dark on the right bottom, and then up top we have the relevant shades of the Natasha Denona bronze palette. Take a look at that. And then, last but not least, I was kind of intrigued by the tan and bronze cheek palette, especially because they have some different formulas, some cream formulas, some interesting different formulas. And I thought, let me put a flap up on those, that might be interesting. Again, you're going to see my, abuse of my palettes here. I'm pretty hard on them. Here is the bronze cheek palette. Here is the tan cheek palette. This one doesn't show up quite as well in the swatches because these are kind of subtle little guys, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Here we go. Again, bottom left is the Natasha Denona light glam face palette. Bottom right is the Natasha Denona darker glam face palette. And above left we have the tan face, if you can see it, and on the right the bronze. I'm not so sure how great those swatches came out, especially because I've been doing so many swatches and there might be some glitter getting in the way. If there's anything that you didn't see though, all you got to do is ask me. I'm super happy to show you. I am currently wearing, spoiler alert, the darker of the two. And I am going to put them both on for you now. We're going to talk about this after the demo, but I want you to pay special attention to the way I kind of switch brushes through this demo. This is an interesting palette. Some things are really heavy hitting, so you have to kind of switch up, and others you got to switch up to make them come to life even more. It depends, of course, on your complexion shade. I am somewhere in the light middle. So that's going to depend for you as well. So do pay attention. I did try to show it to you during the video, but I won't be talking. I know, it's a good breather for all of us. But I want to show you how I use those. So do pay attention to that and stay right there. here's the finished look with the dark palette. I added in eyeliner and mascara. Take a look. With my hooded eyes. It is very hard to see. So I've decided to kind of start doing this silly thing where I move my head and my eyes around so you can see a little better. I think it helps. I'm in love. I don't know which one I like better. If you noticed in the demo, I used the Beauty Blender with the darker, which I wouldn't have had to do if I had a darker complexion, a deeper complexion, of course. And I chose my brushes carefully. This highlighter is powerful, folks. So I chose Wayne Goss Artist brushes because I like the squirrel hair in there. Picks up a little less. I mean, if you use a dense brush with that highlighter, you're going to be like a disco ball. So this palette doesn't take certain brushes to work, but it's going to take certain brushes to love, okay? So you got to be careful. That highlighter is so gorgeous. I wouldn't use a densely packed, and for the blush, as you saw on the lighter palette, I just wasn't getting enough impact with the Beauty Blender, I thought. So then I moved to a more densely packed goat hair brush. This is a Wayne Goss brush here, number 2. I moved to that, and then I got a little bit more color payoff. If I were very fair complected, maybe I wouldn't have had to do that, and the Beauty Blender would have worked. So it really depends. You got to play with your skin tone, and you do have to play with the brushes that you use, okay? And that's kind of important there. But I could use every bit of this. I mean, I could see using some of the eye palette portions to highlight or to blush or to bronze. It's really, I mean, I didn't bronze with this palette, but I easily could have used any of those shades to do that, especially if you have a deeper complexion with the darker version of this. You could use this really as an all-around face palette. You could also use that cream blush on the eyes and certainly the highlighters on the eyes or in the inner corners. It would be absolutely gorgeous. I might go dot some on even before I film my intro because I haven't filmed it yet. I am very, very excited by these. I don't know which one I like better. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. If you are very fair-skinned, you will probably only be able to get the light. And if you have a deep complexion, you will probably only get the dark one, and that's fine. That's why she made 2. I am somewhere here in the light medium or medium range. Then you're going to have a toss-up, and it depends what type of a look that you like more and what you already own in your collection. So drop me a comment down below. Tell me what you think of this release. Tell me which one or ones that you are buying, and were you able to get it during the Sephora sale? Was it available? Is it available? And how do you feel about that on sale, or are you just going to get it? It's at Beautylish now. Of course, it's on Natasha Denona's website, and I'm sure in Britain and the rest of Europe, it is available in many other places. So definitely decide. Let me know down below in comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel so that I can see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.